Why do we fall in love? Why do we crave romance? What makes our relationships last? What makes our relationships fizzle out? What do we really need from our relationships? Are we all just star-crossed lovers looking for our one and only? Hi, I'm a clinical psychologist and host of a podcast, and today we're talking about what makes us fall in love and what makes our relationships last. In order to answer these questions, we have to go back to why do we fall in love in the first place? Why do we have this drive to be romantic? Well, it starts with attraction. Attraction leads to romance, which then hopefully leads to a long-term, committed relationship. But why do we want that? Why do we want to fall in love and make that long-term commitment?
Well, it boils down to one thing: resources.
Having a long-term committed relationship means having a resource, having someone to rely on, having someone who can help you through hard times, help you with day-to-day things, be a sounding board for your ideas. The list goes on. Having a partner provides a lot of resources, and those resources are valuable, which is why we fall in love. But what makes some relationships last and others fizzle out? Well, that comes down to a few key ingredients. The first is communication. Being able to communicate effectively with your partner, express your needs, express your wants, express your emotions is key to a long-lasting relationship. If you can't communicate those things, if you can't be vulnerable with your partner, that's a predictor of a less satisfying relationship, and potentially your relationship fizzles out. The next key ingredient is how you handle conflict. All couples fight. It's not if you fight, it's how you fight. Are you able to take a step back? Look at the situation from your partner's perspective. Can you empathize with them? Do you feel like they empathize with you? Do you feel like you can work through this conflict together? Or do you see this conflict as a win-lose situation where someone has to be right and someone has to be wrong? Because if you see it as a win-lose situation, that's a predictor of your relationship not lasting. And the last component is satisfaction. Do you get more out of your relationship than you put into it? Do you feel satisfied with the level of intimacy you share with your partner, the amount of time you spend together, the effort they put in versus what you put in? All of these things are important to consider because ultimately, relationships are a means to an end. We want them to fulfill our emotional needs, our psychological needs, our physical needs. If they're not getting those needs met, then what happens is we start looking outside of the relationship to have those needs met. And when we look outside of the relationship to have those needs met, that's often the demise of relationships. So the next time you re-getting all dressed up to go on a date with your sweetie, or you re-going on that blind date or meeting your friends for the first time, keep these things in mind. Communication, conflict, and satisfaction are key to a long, happy, healthy relationship. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please share it with your friends, and we'll pay it forward.